family of bullfrogs. They lived in a small house at the edge of a pond. In the backyard, they had their very own swimming pool. It had 3 lily pads. One was for Papa Bullfrog, one was for Mama Bullfrog, and one was for Baby Bullfrog. One day, the bullfrog family was just getting ready to sit down for a meal of soup, but the soup was very hot, so they decided to go out for a short hop just before their meal. By the time they returned, they expected the soup would have cooled down. Meanwhile, a little girl named Goldilocks was walking in the woods. She noticed the little house at the edge of the pond, and she went inside.
Gee, 3 bowls of soup. I wonder who these belong to.
Goldilocks took a spoonful from Papa Bullfrog's soup. But before she could take a sip, she noticed that something was strange.
There are flies in this soup. Ugh. Yeah.
Then she took a spoonful of Mama Bullfrog's soup. But before she could put it in her mouth, she again noticed that something was very odd.
There's crickets in this soup. Ugh.
Then Goldilocks noticed that Baby Bullfrog's soup didn't have any flies or crickets.
This soup is just right.
Goldilocks ate all of Baby Bullfrog's soup. Then she looked out the window and noticed the frog's swimming pool. She thought it would be nice to take a swim. Goldilocks swam for a while. She noticed that there were 3 lily pads in the pool. This was strange. She wondered who lived in this house. It looked like it would be fun to sit on one of those lily pads. Goldilocks climbed up on Papa Bullfrog's lily pad.
This lily pad is too big.
Goldilocks dove back into the water and swam to Mama Bullfrog's lily pad.
This lily pad is so slippery.
She swam over to the 3rd and final lily pad, which belonged to Baby Bullfrog.
This lily pad is just right.
Suddenly, there was a strange burbling noise. The lily pad was sinking. Goldilocks fell into the water with a splash. Then she swam to the edge of the pool and got out. Goldilocks decided to go back inside the house and look around. She walked upstairs. The first thing she noticed was a very bouncy-looking bed. Who lived in a house with fly soup, lily pads in the pool, and bouncy beds? Goldilocks climbed onto Papa Bullfrog's bed and began to bounce. She immediately flew high into the air and nearly bumped her head on the ceiling.
This bed is too bouncy.
Next, she tried out Mama Bullfrog's bed. She hopped once, nothing happened. She hopped again, and still nothing happened.
This bed is not bouncy enough.
So Goldilocks began to jump on Baby Bullfrog's bed. It was perfect. She could bounce higher and higher, then lower and lower. She could do flips and flops and tricks.
Whee! Woo! Yee-haw!
After a while, Goldilocks grew tired of bouncing on Baby Bullfrog's bed. She lay down and went to sleep. Soon the Bullfrog family came hopping back from their outing. They were hungry and looking forward to some tasty soup, full of flies and crickets. Suddenly, Papa Bullfrog noticed that something was not quite right.
Ribbit, ribbit, someone's been stealing my soup. Someone took a sip of my soup. Somebody ate all my soup and now it's all gone. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
Then the 3 bullfrogs noticed that something was different about the swimming pools.
Ribbit, ribbit, someone's been sitting on my lily pad. Ribbit, someone's been sitting on my lily pad. Somebody's been sitting on my lily pad. Now it's on ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
The 3 hopped upstairs.
Ribbit, ribbit, someone's been bouncing on my bed. Ribbit, ribbit, someone's been bouncing on my bed. Somebody's been bouncing on my bed. She's still there. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
With all this commotion, Goldilocks woke up. She was greeted by a family of frogs staring at her. They were happy and mad. Goldilocks got out of bed and jumped out the window just like a frog. Then she ran out of the woods and never snuck into a strange house again.